for you guys to do Valentine's Day, get ready with me, and just sit and chit chat with your girl. So lately I've been into pinks, which is not me, but I'm gonna experience it for the first time with you guys, so I'm super excited. The next thing is that I will be doing a giveaway next week. I'm gonna be giving away the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette. All you have to do is subscribe, comment, and like this video, and you will be entered into win this palette. So I'll be able to ship it to you or give it to you if you're in the local area. So continue watching, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks. First things first, I'm gonna take my vegan milk moisturizer.
This is some scary shit.
I'm just gonna use that on my face. I've literally used this so much that it's like, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Yes. I've used it so much. So it's probably time for a new one. But right now I'm just gonna keep using it. So I really like this moisturizer. I've used it for about, I think it's been like more than a month. It's been way more than a month. But I just can't imagine my makeup routine right now without it. It has kept me so hydrated throughout the winter, which is super important because, like I said before, I hate dry skin. I hate when my makeup like feels cakey on top because my underneath is just not, you know, moisturized. So I try to make sure that I lather up super good before it's time to go out. The next thing I'm going to take is my Milk Hydro Grip primer. This primer, I've went through a bottle and a half. So this is my new bottle. And like I said before, I ran to 3 different Sephoras to find this. Like, everybody wanted this primer. It was sold out everywhere. People were like, well, we have the travel size. And I'm like, that's not what I came here for. Like, I came here for the real deal. Like I said before, it's kind of like going to a store and then you want the shirt and they're like, well, we don't have a size large, but we have a size small. And you're like, what am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with that? Like, no, I came here for this specific thing. So, I can't. I just got really upset. And then finally, I went all the way to Eastgate and they were like, yeah, we only have one left. I'm like, hold it. Because I need that. I have to have it. It's a staple in my makeup routine because it's very, like, it's like tacky, but not in a way where it feels like too sticky or anything. But you know that when you apply your makeup, it's not going anywhere. It is going to stay. It's not going to move. I found that my foundation has lasted me hours after a 12-hour day at work, after being home all day, even like just, you know, running errands. Like, it doesn't move my makeup. And definitely, like, when I do my concealer, it stays. It's not slipping and sliding. It's grounded. And that's what I need in a primer, especially one when I'm trying to get all the benefit from wearing my makeup all day. The next thing I'm going to take is my Versace Skin Tune, or Skin, yeah, it's Skin Tune. It's like Facetune in a bottle is what they say. So it has lived up to its name. I absolutely enjoy it. I love the way it feels on my skin. I used to not use serums, and I'm kind of upset that I did that. I'm really upset that I did not try serums before because I think it just adds another layer of hydration for the skin. And it really smooths out my pores. It looks really good. It just makes my makeup look super fresh, and my skin, like when I wear my actual like foundation, it looks good, but even when I'm not wearing makeup, it looks even better, like my face does. And I like that because I've been trying to lean a little bit more towards not wearing too much makeup. If I don't have to, I won't, but like I said, I love makeup, and it's just something that I do not to, you know, cover up my flaws or anything, just because I like to express myself and I like to make myself feel good. So makeup has been such an outlet with that. So I always make sure that, you know, I take care of my skin and take care of the products that I use and make sure that I'm applying them the way they're supposed to be. And I really enjoy all 3 of these products. They're my top 3 lineup when it comes to prepping the skin before you put your foundation on. So it is Valentine's Day. I'm really excited. I love Valentine's Day. It is one of my favorite holidays. To me, it's not about anything to do with like gifts or making things, you know, big and elaborate and over the top. It's honestly just spending that quality time with your significant other. I think that it's awesome that we get to celebrate one another's company. Not anything to do with gifts, nothing to do with, you know, the candy, the bears, the flowers. It's honestly just spending that quality time with someone and just getting to vibe on a mental level. I love that. Mine and my boyfriend's first date was Valentine's Day, and it was horrible. I'm just gonna say our first date was crazy bad, and that's because, for one, we decided to go downtown into Cincinnati, and we normally don't even go downtown. I mean, it's only like special occasions that we go there. And when we did, it was like we were not on the winning team that day. We ran everywhere trying to find this place because, one, we never been to Maplewood ever. We just heard it was nice and we were like, okay, let's try it. We're both big brunch eaters. We love breakfast foods, so we were just like, yeah, let's do that. And we ended up getting lost and we're walking around everywhere, and on top of that, we're getting rained on while we're lost. Like, we're getting poured on, like poured on, and I look like a wet dog the whole time. I'm running around with my head cut off, like I don't know where we're going. You know, and you do those walking directions, that is like not ideal. Oh my gosh, they could have not been more far off. I was like, where are we going? Like, and there's certain places in Cincinnati where you don't want to be, and like, I really hope that we were not going somewhere crazy. I was like, can't do it. So we finally find this place, and we get there, and we thought it was going to be a long wait, but it really wasn't. There was not that many people there for breakfast, so we were like, okay, score. Like, not that many people. There's not too much going on. And we just decided that we'd sit in. So we sat in, and it was just awesome after that. We were just laughing the whole time. I think that's when I really knew, like, you know how you see someone and you're like, okay, I might like them, or I might see like a future with them, but you really can't base that off just one date. And to me, it was hard to do that. Like, I was like, I could just sit here forever and laugh and have, you know, intellectual conversation and sit and be myself for hours with him. And that's when I knew, like, he was the one for me. I was like, wow, I'm really not bored of our conversation. You're not saying anything crazy that I would basically fight with you on. And he was just cool to be around. And that's one thing I can say about my boyfriend. He is so hilarious. He just sits and cracks a bunch of jokes, and I think that's super sexy. Like, it's confident. I'm confident in the fact that I'm with him, because he's making me feel good about everything and great, and makes me not worry about things that are always on my mind. At the time, I was working full-time. I was cheering. You know, I'm in my last year of undergrad, and everything's just so stressful based on just life. Everything was just hitting me hard. Like, it was my last year cheering. It was my last year in undergrad. It was my last time, really, at the time, I thought, being at NKU, and now I go to grad school there. But it's just really nice to have someone be that refreshment for you to feel comfortable with them. And I haven't felt that in my past relationships, so I think that's why I'm just so close to him. And he's genuinely my best friend. I know everyone's like, he's my best friend. He's my best friend. And I'm like, no, he legit is my best friend. The first crazy thing that ever happens to me, that is the first person I tell. Or if I'm having a really good day, I can't wait to come home and just tell him about it. And he sits and he listens. I've never had that before. welcome to the club of many girls probably that feel that way. But my boyfriend just, he's a trooper. He's a star. He's awesome. He comforts me and makes me feel really good about being who I am, and I am never insecure when I'm with him. He makes me feel like I'm the only person in the room when there's a bunch of people that I'm like, oh, they're beautiful, or oh, they're so cute, or me just putting myself down because I'm really known for being really out there a lot. But I do have my own demons that I face every single day, and as much as I've been working on 2020 being very positive and very self-love, he's helped me find what that means to me. And I think that's why I'm so confident now in who I am, because before I wasn't. Because right now social media is just so out there with things, and it's hard to be yourself without being criticized now, or without feeling like you're weird or different than all the rest of the people on the internet. Because for a while there on the internet, there was only one way to be, and it was to be perfect. And that's not what life's about. That's not what humans are about. We're very, very imperfect, and it's okay to be that way. I don't know why we put a label on everything, that we always have to be happy and everything has to be okay. And he really grounded me with that not everything's perfect and not everyone's going to be, and I have to accept that. So I really applaud my growth to him, because I've never met someone who was just so confident in who he was and what he wanted in life, and he really helped me figure out mine. So that's kind of like my backstory with my boyfriend. But like I said, Valentine's Day is super important to us. We love it. This year I think we're gonna probably go to a hotel and just have a romantic night together. One thing I like to do is not be in the house. Like, it's kind of cute to be in the house, and it's nice to have that one-on-one, you know, vibe going on, but I actually like to be somewhere different. I feel like every year we had, you know, done something and then came back home, and it just kind of felt like an average day. But I think this year we're gonna try to just make it feel special, and be this year we make it very about us and enjoying each other's time. So I think it's important to do something kind of out of the box with your significant other, whether, you know, it's a girl or a guy, it doesn't matter, as long as you do something to show that you care for one another. And I think it's all about quality time. Pardon my manners, I literally didn't even say what foundation I'm wearing, so how are you supposed to know? Anyway, I go in with the Born This Way Too Faced foundation, if it will focus, maybe not, oh well. I absolutely love this foundation. Like I said, this line is made with coconut water. Each of them are made with different elements in it, but the one that I use is made with coconut water, well, is infused with coconut water. And I like that because, like I said, hydration is key, and in the winter this foundation has really done wonders for my skin, and it makes it look seamless and flawless, and I can finally find a shade that is my color. I don't have to mix anything, and that was something that I was looking for a very long time. I think Jackie Aina was someone who created this line with Too Faced, and it broadened the shades that they had. They had really good shades at first, but there was not that many for African American women. It was just kind of light, medium, dark, and like dark was like either too dark for dark skinned women, or it was like too light for darker skinned people. So it was kind of hard to find that balance, and I think she did a really good job with going through all types of skin tones that African American has, and the undertones that African American. The next thing I'm going to go in with is the Born This Way Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer. The next product I'm going to go in with is Born This Way Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer. I like this one in the color Chestnut. I like the way it really covers my under eye area. I have really bad bags underneath my eyes. They are horrible. It's most of the time it's because I can't sleep. It's not that I don't sleep, but I also like toss and turn a lot when I sleep, and it causes me to wake up in the middle of the night. It could be like 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just up, and I might be up for like an hour, and then I go back to sleep. So it's not like I'm not getting sleep, but I'm also not getting a full 8 hours. I didn't get no sleep because of y'all, because I'm up tossing and turning. I'm just gonna do a quick little story time. So everyone, at least where I'm from, and I'm from a really small town. I was born and raised in Flemingsburg, Kentucky. Shout out to you. You know who you are. A blink of an eye town. Literally a blink of an eye town. But it's where I grew up. It's me. It's who I am. That town really is very small. That town is super small. Everyone knows everybody. Back in the day, you did Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day was such a big deal. Everyone would like be so excited about Valentine's Day.
My God, okay, it's happening. Everybody say.
So in my hometown, Valentine's Day is a huge deal. Everyone loves Valentine's Day. We actually get a bunch of cards. I think my mom usually would spend like almost $50 in cards to pass out on Valentine's Day where I'm from, and it could be to the teachers, to your best friends, to your little boo thing. Like back then, women supporting women, that was a big thing back when we were little. We were just telling girls that they could do, you know, whatever they wanted. And it's like, the truth is, like, we had no reason to go out there declaring our love for these men. We should have just waited for them to tell us. Like, they are not it. And you ignore all the signs. You go to them at recess and you're like, hey, do you want to play? Like, oh, do you want to, you know, play basketball, or do you want to do this? And they're like, no. And you're like, okay, maybe tomorrow. Like, no, girl, they don't like you. They don't like you, girl. I didn't realize that. I thought that meant, oh, I'll try again tomorrow. I'm so innocent and pure at this time that I'm thinking, oh, they mean like they're just busy today. No, they're busy for the rest of their life, sweetie. And you need to be okay with that. And I was. I was. But I just remember from elementary school all the way to middle school, you'll never forget your different types of heartbreaks. You forget like the little tiny ones, but the major ones in my life were definitely in elementary school. The crazy ones in life were middle school, and the outrageous ones were in high school. And that's when you really started to realize that love sometimes can be complicated. In high school, we're still trying to figure out who we are. For one, we don't know anything. We don't know nothing about being in the real world. We form these relationships and we stick with them for the rest of our lives, but we really shouldn't. We should just try to be best supporters and try to be with one another in the best way possible. But back then, it wasn't like that. You just wanted to, you know, be with one person, and you thought this person was going to be your person, especially in my hometown. I'm basically speculating this off of being in my hometown. Everyone just clings on to each other, and it's okay to do that. I'm not saying it's not okay to do that, but it kind of reminds me of how naive I was back then, and the thought of that now just baffles me, because I'm like, who was I back then? I don't know. We don't know her. We don't know her. She was a sprung puppy dog over anybody who would bat their eyelashes at her. So, not no more. She bad now. So I'm going to let this dry down for about 20 minutes. And then when I come back, I'm going to finish out the look and talk to you guys a little bit more about my favorite gifts during Valentine's Day. I think it's so funny how dramatic we were as kids. We were definitely our own version of, you know, Days of Our Lives. We were definitely on the Young and Restless type stuff when we were younger. We try to act like we weren't, but we definitely were. So being dramatic about your first crush, especially during Valentine's Day, I think that is, you know, defendable. Like, yeah, I will go tooth and nail for someone that doesn't know I exist, because that's normal. It's just funny how we just rely on validation from other people, even when we're little. Like, I'm like, we need to know. I need to know if we're gonna be together. You know, we've just played mom and dad, and I'm not secure enough to know if you're ready for this relationship. At the age of 7, we put the pressure on people. We already know what we want as women already out the gate. We already have it down and practice with our Barbies. We're playing house, mom and dad. We always have that one Tatiana doll that comes in the middle and ruins the relationship. Why do we know that? How do we already make our Barbies look like hoochie mamas? Like, I would have my own Barbies, but I would also have a Bratz doll, and I would bring that Bratz doll in because obviously it had thought-like clothes on. Like, you've seen everything on them Bratz dolls, and I would make that be the beauty. I was like, that person is cute. And Ken would go and cheat with that Bratz doll. He liked Yasmin, not Barbie. Barbie was heartbroken, okay? But nowadays, Barbie be looking thick. Now, she ain't worried about Ken no more. She has other things on her mind. She can be anything. She's got multiple jobs. She does not have time to go to nurse, to go to dance class, to be a doctor, to take care of vets, also be a trained dolphin, you know, trainer. She does not have time for Ken and his foolishness, okay? She is a working movement, all right? And she ain't gonna let nobody stop her. So if Barbie can do it, we can do it, okay? Justice for Barbie. They make her look weak in the beginning, thinking they need Ken. We don't need Ken. Ken is an accessory to Barbie, okay? I just want people to know that. As much as I'm being lovey-dovey in this video, you don't need no man, okay, to love yourself, okay? Barbie's out here doing everything underneath the sun, and we should too. How stressful it was to be young. I'm a big matcha drinker now. Hold on. Oh gosh. Yes. I'm like lazy today, so I don't want to make my own. So I get it from a bottle. But yeah, as much as I want to say that I was like this perfect person in middle school and high school, no. I was in with the in crowd. I still cheered. I was doing multiple sports, softball, all that jazz. I did track. But it was like really funny because my track record is crazy when it comes to being embarrassed in front of people and to getting into the most awkward situations. That was my whole lifetime experience in high school, especially when it comes to boys. I'm always in an awkward situation. I don't know how to talk to them. I'm always making myself look stupid. I was constantly embarrassed. Now I feel more confident, and I think about just how carefree I was. I didn't have that thought to make myself look like something I wasn't, because no one cared back then about your ego or your presence or about how many Instagram followers or likes you get on stuff. That wasn't a thing, and I miss how authentic that was and how refreshing it was to just be yourself and find real connections based on the fact that you spend every day with this person or that you spend every day with these friends. I think now it's hard, and it's gonna get harder as we get older and older and more things come out, different apps come out, different platforms to explain yourself come out. I think we're so hard on ourselves, and this year I've just been really focusing on knowing what is best for me and what makes me feel good about myself. And even when it comes to clothing, I think I always stress myself out about what fits me, or I wish I looked like this because I want to wear this. I just wear it now because I don't care. I'm like, I don't care. I love me and I care about me, and at the end of the day, that's the only approval that me, myself, and I, actually, that's what I meant to say. Me, myself, and I is all that matters when it comes to being confident and having that validation. You don't need it through other people or through platforms or anything like that. I think being yourself really makes you stand out, because no one is made as a duplicate. God always does best when it's, we all know that we're here for a reason. So I think it's important that we all take in consideration that there's not two of us here. There's not multiple people that look like us, or multiple people that have the same personality as us. We all are so different, and we should showcase that beauty. When I started this channel, I started it because I wanted to be more confident in myself, and putting myself out there was the way to do it, because I always would hide behind the scenes or think I wasn't good enough to do something. And this year's been all about challenging myself, putting myself out there regardless of who's gonna watch it or who's not gonna watch it. It's all about me feeling confident and me sharing things that I love, which all these products are things that I've researched, that I've loved, and some products that I've been using for years, and just people always ask. And now it's really in that prime time for me to do it, because I feel confident now. Before 2, 3, even 5 years before now, I would have never thought that I would put myself out here on camera. I never would have bought the equipment. I would have made an excuse for why it wouldn't be a good idea. And I think 2020 has opened my heart up to challenging myself, because I am always looking to be better. I'm always looking to, you know, challenge the fact that I don't know everything, or that I should learn more about things, or I should just be vulnerable with anybody. At this point, I think connecting with people all around is really cool, and I dig that. And I like having a support system on anything in life, on the internet. It's really important to have people that want to see you succeed, and that's all that this channel is about, is just putting myself out there. Don't care if it's viral or not. I'm not here for that. I'm honestly here to just be here, to be your all support system, to show you things that I like, and to be honest. And that's exactly what this channel is gonna be. But I'm like in this, and I'm getting such Sharpay vibes right now with the scrunchie and the pink clip. I did this because this side, like, I tucked this one away, but this one is getting out of hand, so kind of just put a clip there. But yeah, I'm getting very Sharpay Evans, and I'm not mad about it. I used to despise her in High School Musical. I was ready for Gabriella to clock her, but she never did. Gabriella always seen the best in people, so. But I like it. Sharpay was so bougie.
Ah, the ghetto!
And back then I thought that was not it. I was like, that is not it, sis. You cannot go around being like that. But now I understand. Like, once you start feeling yourself, once you start vibing with yourself, you start acting way different. Like, I got my eyelashes done a couple weeks ago. And the first day I got them done, I remember how I felt before I got them done. I didn't really notice a big difference in my lashes. And then when I got them done, I was like, who is she? I started even getting crazy with Chris, and he was like, you got your eyelashes done and now you're being bougie. Like, I didn't realize that. It can change a woman. And when I got them removed, I remember last year when I got them removed, I felt like a naked mole rat. I thought all my eyelashes fell out. I was really shook when they took them out. I was like, that's my eyelashes?
Stop! I could have dropped my croissant.
I was scared. But they were like, no, that's normal. Like, that's what they look like. So, nothing's wrong with you. I was so convinced that when they like did them, that they pulled my eyelashes out. I had none. But I realized I really didn't have that fullness until I got these done. And you just look like a whole other person. So now I just get them really done during holidays or like my birthday. My birthday's in March, Pisces. So I got them done so I can keep up with them until my birthday, because it gets really expensive the first full set, but infills get better. But the first full set is expensive. So I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now, and then I can build it up later to where it's cheaper and I still look good on my birthday. So that's a little, you know, affirmation for today. Get your eyelashes done. Treat yourself. It's a necessity. Once you have them, you really don't want to get anything else. You don't want to see anything else on there. I used to use Born This Way. No, I'm lying. I used to use Better Than Sex and Damn Girl in the mascara, and I don't even use that anymore because I don't have to. I don't have to do anything with my eyes. And one, I'm really bad with eyelash strips, and I'm gonna go ahead and make a PSA announcement. I will never put eyelash strips on my eyes because I freak out when I have to like do it myself. Something about being so close to your eye, that freaks me out. And I never have it on right. It's either way up here and you can like see the lash line, or it's like completely glued onto my actual eyelashes. And I've just never, I'm gonna be honest, like I said, it's an honest channel. I just don't do it. I don't like it. And I wanted to find an alternative, and they do have one. This place that I go to La La Lash, and in Cincinnati, they do a really good job with making sure that they customize the way you want to look with your eyelash pick. So you have different styles. So they just ask you a couple questions about what it is that you like. Do you like fullness? Do you like them short? Do you like them long? And they really play on that idea. So when you get them done, I promise you, you will transform. It's taking over my soul right now. Right now. But I like it. I like how I feel. It makes me feel pretty. Makes me feel confident. I don't have to do much. Honestly, I just put on some eyeshadow and then just go on about my day. And I think that really cut down on a lot of time on my makeup routine, just because I don't have to prep my eyelashes. I don't have to put different types of coats and use 3 different ones to get that fullness that I want. It's just already there. I just wake up, I brush them out with a little spoolie, I think they would say that. I just brush them out with this little brush, and it matches. How cute. Everything is like matching today, and I'm here for it because I'm never this together in real life. If you meet me, I'm a hot mess. No, I do have my life together, but it can be crazy sometimes. So, and that's everybody, but for me, nuts. So, and I just pat it real nice and make sure I really blend it out really good underneath, because you don't want it to look like two different blends. You kind of want to make it look seamless. So I make sure I get really in there. And sometimes I use cold water on this because it makes me feel like the product isn't going to slip and slide underneath my eyes. I just am able to keep it still in place because how cold the Beauty Blender is. It's not moving product. It's really keeping it there and packing on the product that I need to be on my face. So I just make sure that I go really hard, like beat myself into a coma hard on my face. Make it look really nice and smooth. Valentine's Day gifts for me, I'm gonna just go ahead and get right into it, are difficult. Sometimes I freak out more than I do Christmas, because I think Christmas is just, you could buy a bunch of randomness and it's okay. But Valentine's Day, I feel like there is always something that you want to give someone else, and it can be tricky or it can go well. And sometimes I just get quirky gifts because I think you want to remember those. I don't remember really big staple things that I get. I always remember those gifts that are just way out there. And that's one thing that me and Chris are really good about doing, is finding things for one another that are out of the box, not your everyday typical gifts. Definitely not a bunch of jewelry and watches and really materialistic things. I think my favorite gift I have given him is a pair of boxers with my face on it. I know that sounds crazy, but it's really not. It's funny. It's something he didn't expect from me, because I am so reserved about certain things and I don't really put myself out there like that. He found that to be so funny. He wears them all the time. He loves those boxers, and I think nothing's gonna top that gift. I feel like he really appreciated that gift. The year before that, actually, I think the year before that, I just did like a cute, like, little bunch of candy with cute sayings on it. Very basic that year. The year before that, though, he's from Michigan and I'm from Kentucky, so I put the coordinates on a bracelet and gave it to him. It was more masculine. It looked really good. I think it was like burgundy or something. He likes the color red, but they didn't have red. Burgundy was as close as I could get it, and he was okay with it. But it had our coordinates on it, and it broke off or something like that. It broke off his wrist a couple years ago, or it's been like two years, and I haven't seen it since. So I still give him a lot of heat about that, because that was my favorite one besides the boxers. Boxers is now my favorite one, but at that time, obviously that was the best gift I ever got him. And he loved it. He wore it all the time. He talked about how much he liked it. It was cool because it had our coordinates on it, so it meant something to us. It was very sentimental. And it brought us closer, I believe. Like, when I gave it that gift, I think that was my real first staple, as in, this is official, and we're actually, you know, a cute couple. Because I don't really do things like that. And he really made me think outside the box. So I got him that gift, and that gift was really awesome. And he's gotten me a couple of things. It's really hard to remember at this point because he continuously does things for me all the time. So I can't really pick a favorite gift. But I know if you're looking for a gift for a guy, always go with something that you know is something he would use all the time or absolutely loves. Because it's like little things. If they like the show Breaking Bad, or if they like certain movies, you can always find really quirky, weird things with either catchphrases on them or pictures of that movie that were really iconic, and give them as a gift. Chris likes animated socks. Every time we have Christmas, or even his birthday or certain holidays, I continuously give him animated socks, because for one, he loves animated socks, and two, I always find weird ones that he would never find on his own. This year for Christmas, I got him Wu-Tang socks, and I think the other ones I had was Cheek and Chong. Yeah, I think that's what I got him. And I got him a boxer set as well that had that on there, and he loves that kind of stuff. Like, simple things. It doesn't take much to please him. I could literally wear a paper bag on my head and be like, here's your gift, and he'd be like, okay. It doesn't take much. Low maintenance for sure. But for me, I'm very over the top, so I always act a little more extra about things. So I'm sure he's kind of like, what should I get her? But I wouldn't care. His presence is pretty much enough for me. At this point, he is the gift that keeps on giving. Aww, shout out to you, babe. So I'm just gonna blend this out. I used another Too Faced concealer in Sable, I believe. I'm just gonna contour a little bit. I sometimes skip contour just because I have more of a round face. I don't really chisel out, or nothing crazy transforms my face because it is so babyish. It's very full. But I do kind of like to pretend, so I give it a little depth to it. And I just kind of blend it out. I just go back and forth. Circular motions first and then go back and forth. I really make sure I blend that out. Extra and good. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my brows off camera. Then when I come back, I will use probably a palette that has more pinks in it, because I think I'm going to do a pink look today, which is very much out of my comfort zone. I honestly don't ever use pinks or anything with pinkish hues in it on my eyes. It's not something that I've always been attracted to. I'm very neutral, so the browns and the cool tones, things that don't really stand out as much. But I think this year, like I said, I'm gonna be a little bit more out of my comfort zone, and I'm just gonna go out and try it. So today I'll be doing a eye look that is more pink, and it'll be my first time doing it, so no judgment, okay? Don't be in the comments clapping back at me. Don't do it, because I don't even know what's going on. At this point, we're learning together, and that's all I can do. All right, now that I'm back, I just did my brows off camera. I think, like I've said before, it's just easier to do everything, especially brows, some of that off camera, just because there's so many routines out there that exist to where you can find a brow routine anywhere. I don't do anything different or outrageously unique, so that I don't really have that big of a range when it comes to my eyebrow routine, so it's not very interesting. So if anyone ever wonders why I do it off camera, it's because I don't do anything crazy. Literally, I do not do anything. Like the laziest person when it comes to trying to really carve out my brows. I'm like, it is what it is. Chewbacca, it is what it is today. The next thing I'm gonna do is take Fenty's Pro Filter. I think I'm gonna use honey today. Last time I think I used cashew. I might have used honey last time. Either way, they're both really awesome products and really holds, you know, a lot of product, especially when I'm trying to do my eyeshadow. It's a very packed powder. So I just put a little bit. Let me just dump it out a little bit more. No one can see it, but it's like rising. The ashes are rising up from this powder. But yeah, I just take a little bit and I really get it right in there. I like stamp it right close to my waterline, because when you do put eyeshadow on, a lot of fallout happens from the kickback that is on or in the palette. So you just want to make sure that you put this underneath your eye so it can catch it, and then instead of ruining your whole entire look, you are just able to sweep it away. And translucent powders are something that I just started using, so I'm learning, just like everybody else is, about translucent powders, because back in the day when you were that Maybelline chick, you had a crazy cosmetic sponge that was pretty much the worst sponge to be ever using on your face, and you had a foundation that was either 20 times lighter than you were or like super dark, and there was no in between. We had no in between. It was either you looked crazy or you looked crazier than the person that looked crazy, and there was nothing else after that. So now that I have that, I'm just gonna pat that up in a little bit more. Just makeup has evolved. Oh my gosh, I can't just even think about the way I looked back in the day. I don't even want to go there. It was crazy. I remember when I first got introduced to MAC, I would have like MAC products, but definitely drugstore Maybelline was my go-to. And I might do a what I used to wear back in the day video. That might be something I might be interested in, but I looked crazy back then. I did not know how to do my makeup, but I swore up and down I looked good. Story of my life. Everyone has that story where they think, oh, okay, yeah, I look bomb. No, I looked crazy, and somebody should have got slapped for letting me look that crazy. And I think it's a great story to tell, especially kids that are doing makeup so good now. There are so many people, younger kids, that are out here doing makeup better than a lot of people who have been trained to do makeup for years. And like I said, you learn and you grow based off the internet. That is something that will constantly evolve, and I'm just here to learn, just like everybody else is here to learn. But I also like to get ready and chit chat with people. So this has been an awesome experience, being able to do what I do best, which is talk nowadays and do my makeup. I also want to make this announcement that this year, even though if you have plans like with your boyfriend or your significant other, you know, there's no labels here in 2020, definitely the day after, try to do something with your girls. It's very vital that you appreciate them just like you do your other half, because before there was a relationship, you had nothing but compassion for your girls. And this year I'm going to do brunch on Saturday with my girlfriends, and we're gonna get together. We like to go to First Watch. That is a place that we love going to. They are tired of looking at my face every single Saturday morning, but I don't care because I love their food. Their food is so good, and you can customize it if you have different like dietary needs or whatever you need. They are there to help you if you are doing a specific diet, or if there's certain things you can't have based on things that you don't eat. They are very versatile when it comes to trying to help you. So make sure if you're ever in that area, I think there's one in Beachmont, Cincinnati. There's one in Kenwood, I believe. There's another one in Crestview in Kentucky, kind of in the northern Kentucky area. But I go to the one closest to Rookwood, which is like in Norwood, well, Hyde Park. So that's when I go to, because now they serve alcohol, and that has changed the game for everybody. Brunch babes, that has changed the game, okay? Because nobody else does that. That is the only First Watch that serves me some liquor, okay, early in the morning. So it's awesome to be there. All right, I zoomed in as close as I can without it looking super scary. But anyway, I'm gonna use Jackie Aina's palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Pinker, if it focuses. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with this one right here. I'm gonna go all across my lid, so I'm gonna dabble in that. This is my first time, like I said, doing this look, so do not come for me. I repeat, do not come for me. So I'm just gonna pack on a little, and I learned to like go all the way across. I usually put a I usually try to put a concealer on before I do this, but today I really don't feel like doing all that. I really don't, because pink is going to show up regardless. It's not a color that really needs to stand out based on the fact that it is pink. Like, there is only one. And I like this color pinker because I like how it doesn't really just give pink vibes. There's a purple hue that's in it. Well, purple hues that are in it that makes it stand out to me. So I am gonna like this eye look, I believe. So I'm gonna keep blending this in, and I'm just gonna go back and forth. And honestly, you just want to keep blending till you feel like you cannot blend anymore. I just think it's really important to just blend it as much as you can. But for this look, it's not going to be anything like super crazy. So don't expect some crazy glitter cut crease, because you ain't going to get it from me. Okay, make it look really nice. Okay, it's not going to happen. I repeat, that is canceled. Period. I ain't going to do it. It takes too much work, and I'm not really good at it. I have hooded eyes, and I've talked about this before. I have hooded eyes, and it just doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. I'm too far gone in the hooded eye game. So I'm just gonna pack that on right here. Which makes me sad, because I feel like I really could be a little bit better at creating looks if I had more to work with. But because I don't, it's really hard for me to do these crazy elaborate 4 to 5 shadow looks on my eyes. And some people can, and I applaud those people, because they make it look so good and seamless and perfect. And I'm like, that's not me. I'm definitely a hot mess. That reflects the way I do my eyeshadow. A hot mess, but takes time. So if you're patient, it comes out a masterpiece. So you gotta be a little bit more patient when it comes to blending. I know it sounds crazy, but usually blending takes 10 to 15 minutes if you really want it to look seamless.
Wait a long periodically time.
But who has time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. Period. Nobody really has time for that, but today I'm gonna make time. And I think it looks good in the end when you really take time to blend it. And a lot of the times it looks like it's like a 5-minute job, but because everything's cut, like frames are cut when you're editing, it doesn't look like you did a lot. But people have been blending for 15 to 20 minutes for their look, and we don't get that behind the scenes look of that, because no one's gonna sit there and watch you for 25 minutes blend out an eyeshadow look. And that's just on an eyeshadow look, not even your base, not your foundation, none of that, just your eye look. And I would find that quite kind of crazy. I would not want that in my video. So I'm gonna make it real short and simple, but know that I'm putting in some arm work on these shadows. So yeah, I'm gonna take this darker cranberry color and just place that on my lid. That way it really stands out. This is definitely giving me Valentine's Day vibes. I love it. And I'm using my finger because I think with shimmer shadows, it's easier to place the product where you really want it. Especially because your fingers are already made to get in those nooks and crannies that you wouldn't be able to with the brush. Or if you just really don't want to get your hands dirty, I just find it to look better when I do it with my fingers. So I just take it and put it on my lid. Now if I want more depth or dimension to it, I will use a brush. I will take forever using a brush placing product. I usually take a real flat brush like this and wet it real good and really go in on that product. And then I just place it upside down like that, and I stamp it right on to that lid. And I will go in for hours working on it to make it stand out. But today, I don't really need all that. Honestly, this is just supposed to be like a fun look that I would never really do, that I've never done on camera. And I hope it works out, because if it doesn't, then oh well, because I can't change it. I'm not gonna start over. So take that. And I'm just gonna touch up any other places that I think need a little more coverage. I think it makes this look more red than it is, but it's more pinkish. But right now the light is picking on it and it looks more red, but that isn't what it really looks like. So bear with me here. It's very pinky, mauvey purple. Doesn't look really red at all. But it looks good so far. I like it. Now I'm just going to zoom out, sweep the face, show you what products I like to use for my cheeks and my lips. And then we're going to talk about a couple outfit choices and earrings that I have found for Valentine's Day. So, be back. So I'm going to take a brush and sweep the translucent powder underneath and the Pro Filter powder. I'm going to take a brush and just sweep it off, because we don't need it anymore. It's done its job. It came, it slayed, it's clocked out now. It's very much clocked out. We're done with you. But I really like that. So, and the look isn't too much. It's very playful, and that's what I like about me just trying new things. It doesn't always look the way I vision it or expect, but I don't hate it either. So that's always a plus. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some blush. Honestly, I pick a blush that is already, it's like really random, that is already out here, like in a palette. I usually try to pick like reds or lighter pinks. So I think I might go in with the Jackie Aina palette and go in with, no, I already did pinker on my face. Maybe not. Let's change it back to Jaclyn Hill. I think they have like a, or she has a crayon apple, or maybe Roxanne. One of those, between crayon apple or Roxanne. I'm pretty much going to put that on my cheeks. So I'm going to make my cheeks look really rosy and really vibrant and fresh, and that's going to look good. Alright, so I'm going to go in with some blush. I think it's funny because I watched a video with Jackie Aina and Naomi Campbell, and she was pretty much like, yeah, we don't put blush on our cheeks anymore. I just find it to be super clownish. So she puts it like up here, like a very high look, and that's very high fashion. Country old me will put these on my cheeks and be clownish because that's all I can do. I don't have cheekbones like you, Naomi. Okay? And she made me feel so bad. I was like, because I do that, and I'm not going to change myself. But she has a good point. It can look kind of clownish, so you do want to watch what kind and how much product you put on. So you want to go in light and then build it up. But I just like a good rosy cheek every now and then. Something real reddish, and just kind of something about it makes you look refreshing and cute, you know? Real cute. But yeah, Naomi Campbell said that, and I was like, okay, blush on apples of cheeks, canceled. But I'm gonna do it anyway because it's something that I've always done, and just because you say it means I'm gonna try it probably next week. But long story short, I felt so stupid. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And just watching her talk about makeup, she is gorgeous, by the way. Absolutely stunning, and nobody will look like you, girl. Nobody out here in the streets look like you. You look amazing. So I'm gonna take your advice, but it's not gonna work for me. It's not gonna work for me because I don't look like you. But she looks so good, and Jackie Aina looked good too. They were both chocolate looking women that look golden, popping. They were everything in that video. I was rooting for them. Alright, so I'm going to take my highlighter from ColourPop, and I use the shade Happy Camper. Honestly, I'm going to let this focus. This is ridiculous. It is tore down. It has been through it. It has been my trustee of all trustees. I love this highlighter, but I have abused this highlighter. I use it every single day, and it's one of my favorite products. So run out and get it if you can. It's Happy Camper from ColourPop. And I just, like I said before, I take my highlighter brush and I just like to spritz that too, because it really makes the color stand out. It really helps it pop. So I just go in circular motions around on it, and then I just apply it right above where I want like light to hit. So I just put it here. Oh yes, babe, yes, that is fucking popping. So I like that. So I just apply some there, and I go over here and do the same right above the cheekbones. And I really place product right at the tip of my nose and on the bridge. I like to add some depth into that. Highlight that a little bit more. I'm shook. That came off real nice. I'm just gonna do the lower chin and then up on face. And that's like more so where I highlight. And I get so many compliments on this highlighter because it like when light shines on it, and this is just the ring light, like natural sunlight, it looks so good. So I'm gonna set my face, and I use the Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist, and this is from Glow Recipe. I absolutely love this one. Oh my gosh, what is this hair doing? Oh my god, that was crazy. So I just take that and spray my face, let it dry. Woo, let it dry. And then I like to go one more time, and this seems so crazy, but this is very vital. I just go one more time and I just stamp where I want it to stay. After I put a little bit of that setting spray on there, because it really is gonna hold that product there and it's not gonna move. It's gonna look really good, so keep it on there. The next thing I'm gonna do is my lips. I'm obsessed with brown liners now. I think it's real sexy. Like, brown liners are like technically the new red lip liner. I love this one. It's in NYX, and I'm pretty sure the color is Espresso, and I really like it. It cost me like $5, and I literally took out all like 20 of these and put them into my cart because they were so good. And I just line the lip real nice. And lip liners, it's so hard to talk and do this. So I'm gonna kind of not try to look too crazy. But lip liners are something that I just started to use. I didn't really use them back then, but I like them now. I appreciate them. And sometimes if I'm feeling really good with myself and everything, I just fill on the sides just a little, and then I will overline the top of my lip. Just a hair, not too much. It just leaves the bottom blank. I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet. I bought all of Fenty's lip glosses because they came out with the glass slipper, And honestly, this is just a clear lip gloss for $19. And I bought it, of course, because that just reminds me of the $2 lip gloss that you would buy at a gas station or at your local Family Dollar, and you thought you were cute and it was real gummy and tacky and left those really nasty residue marks underneath your lip, and you thought you were cute. So this is just a step up from that. Way above our league. This should have been out a long time ago, but Rihanna has blessed us once again with that product. And I bought the other shade Hot Chocolate because I love browns. I love browns. I can't help it. I'm just so attracted to brown lip liners, brown lipsticks, brown lip glosses, all of it. I love all of it. But I think for this look, I am going to go in with her pink shade. There's one called Fussy. Yes, Fussy. And I'm just going to go in with that, and it'll give it more of a pink look, and that's kind of going to tie in with the look that we have now. So I'm going to use it. It looks like this. Let me show you guys. Sorry. Oh, come on, focus. Focus. Yeah, there we go. Yes, that right there. It's giving off some pink vibes, some Barbie doll vibes. Yep, so I just go in like that. Yeah, that looks good. So my lip gloss is, oh, my lip gloss is popping. I'm standing at the locker and all you girls is, I don't even know the rest of it. I just know. That's all I know. And when I knew that came on, that it was going down, okay? Cleared the floor because it is going down. But overall, I'm starting to like this look. And that's kind of the end of what I would usually do for Valentine's Day. This is kind of the look I was going for. But I'm not done yet. So the next thing I'm going to do is do earrings. I found these cute earrings. Let me focus. Focus on these. Yes. I found these at Francesca's, and right now they're having a semi-annual sale. I think it's 2 for $25, and I think these are so cute and fun. This reminds me of like if I did pageants, like, or going to prom, like big pageant like earrings. They're in right now instead of studs. I mean, studs are cute. These are still studs, but more dangly type vibe earrings. Those are in. So I have these. All right, so now that I have these in, these are fun. If I wear earrings like this, I would typically put my hair back. I would frame like the front of it, and I would do like a low pony, a cute little maybe side or definitely back, but I would definitely have these have their moment because they look so good and they're cute and they're fun for Valentine's Day. So go out and cop you a pair. If you have a Francesca's near you, this is a PSA. If you have a Francesca's near you, run out and get these earrings. That is a really good deal. And I'm not an earring person, but this year, like I said, we're growing and we're evolving as a person. So earrings now are my new like little thing. Before it just used to be shoes, and now I'm doing earrings. The next earring that I'm gonna try on, these are so famous from The Bachelor, these oversized earrings, and these are cute. I think Sydney and Madison and a couple of other big influencers now from The Bachelor had these on during a rose ceremony, and everyone went nuts over these earrings. So I bought them, of course, because they did look cute and I was hating hard. I was like, I need those earrings. So of course the internet knows everything, so I bought me a pair. And I wouldn't typically wear these for Valentine's Day or this look right now, but it's working. So these are cute. Peter, pick me. I'm in a rose ceremony. Just kidding. I am faithful to my man. But what's crazy is some of those people for the Peter right now are not there for him. So let's just pretend like everybody else. And I feel really bad. Peter, if you're watching this, which I know you're not going to ever in your life watch this video, but just so you know, if you don't pick Madison, okay, Madison, I'm gonna throw hands, because that is my girl, okay? She's better than all those girls there. And I feel like if you're alone on Valentine's Day, Peter, it's because you didn't choose wisely. And that was the whole point of this game, okay? I feel really bad for Peter Weber, okay? The Bachelor Mondays have been so stressful for me. And it has nothing to do with me. Like, I have no business giving my thoughts and little crooks and nannies and pennies, because I'm a peanut gallery right now when it comes to The Bachelor. But I just have so much faith in Peter. Like, he could do so much better. And these girls were basically on the Bad Girls Club this year. Like, it was not about love. It was definitely not about Peter, because these girls were going ham and they just really wanted clout. They really did. And they got it. For me, I followed every single one of those people that started some drama. I was like, let me look her up. Follow. And would just sit there and think like, you know, what are you doing? And now they have like 78,000 likes on their pictures. So, you know, they're happy either way with Peter or not with Peter. But genuinely, my heart goes out for Peter Weber right now, because we don't know his ending. Usually the Bachelorette is usually spoiled. Like, the winner is usually already told, and his is still happening right now in real life. So we don't know what's happening. So we don't have 2 cents to do. So that's the end of my video. I am going to be doing a giveaway. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway for my very second video. I know, who is she? I don't know, but I just want to appreciate the people that really stood by me trying to do these videos and putting myself out there. So I want to dedicate something fun and something so random to my YouTube page. So I'm going to be giving away the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette sometime next week. All you have to do is like, comment, share, and subscribe, and you will be able to be in the running.